Leave it all on the track. Leave the left front at home and the door on the track.
Okay, we are moving over now to the late models. They have just entered the track, and they are getting ready as they go around turn number 3. We got 5 cars in this first heat, a total of 11 cars tonight. A latecomer just added to the list just a little while ago. He'll be on the second heat. We'll mention him in a little bit, but let's talk about this heat. 5 cars on the first row. Driving the 71, he's on the inside. It's Rick Fawcett from Fawcett Auto Body. On his outside is the guy that runs the joint, the big guy, driving the number 9, Winnipeg Chrysler Dodge Jeep. It's Walt Morris. In row number 2, driving the yellow late model, it's Bill Mooney. On his outside, Mike Balkin driving the 10 car. And in row number 3, driving the 71S, it's Stefan Snare. Now, any one of these guys can end up winning this race. It'll be interesting to watch what happens with such a small heat race. Here we go. We got a green flag. We are racing. Walt Morris pushing it on the outside. Morris trying to get around the 71 of Rick Fawcett, and Morris does. Oh, look at Mike Balkin go.
Out of a slingshot.
Yeah. Walt Morris at the lead after 1 lap to go here. Mike Balkin, though, slingshots up. He was in 4th. He's now in 2nd, and he's making his way into 1st. Oh, Mike Balkin has to hit the brakes a little bit as Walt Morris goes around him. And look at the lead Walt Morris has. And let's not forget, there's a fight for a 3rd spot between 3 cars. That's Fawcett, Mooney, and the 71 of Stefan Snare. Walt Morris and Mike Balkin. Balkin, look at the inside. Walt Morris has to go to the outside. Has a little bit of problem, but he manages to hold on.
We got a nice racy surface here. We got a tacky top, a tacky bottom, and slippery through the middle. And that's what makes for great racing action as we watch Mikey make his move.
Yeah, Mike makes his move. Morris just held that as they went. Oh, we got a couple of cars colliding on turn number 1. It's the 71, I do believe.
Yep. 71 of Snare.
Stefan Snare and the number 2 of Bill Mooney. That wasn't good news. Mooney's going right off the track right away. We were so busy watching the leaders, we weren't paying attention.
No, we did the same thing I did last time, only.
Pass me the sandwich. Reddy Paluco, Ken Plate here at Red River Coop Speedway as we are watching late model action. Of course, a yellow flag as we are watching this heat race, the first one of the night for the late models. Bill Mooney works his way off the track, so I think he's getting the infraction in this one. Unless, of course, there was some damage. He's getting some repairs. I don't think so. I don't see his car there getting any. Looks like it could be parked.
Yeah, he seemed to be under his own power. Either he decided it was his own fault and didn't wait for the call, or just frustrated with the fact and wasn't worth staying out for the 1 spot.
Now I want to stop you here for 2 seconds. I want to ask you a question. As a racer, do you have a preference when you're driving inside track or outside track?
You do. And if you watch Ward Emery, he's a catfish. He doesn't come off the bottom. He likes staying around the tires and moving them in. And even though I was a rookie last year, I liked it high, wide, and handsome. If I can't get my right rear on the cushion, I want my left rear there. So we saw what happened last week when I try and get away from that, and I tried to drive through the U tires. But you definitely do have a preference, and it's not always top or bottom. For example, I used to help Sean Englesby, who didn't like the top or the bottom. He liked the middle.
Let's take a look at that replay here. We have the infraction. We can take a look at what happened. And the driver's, of course, coming off the turn.
Ooh.
And Mooney gets right underneath him, spins out.
Yeah.
And he hits Snare. Yeah, so Mooney hits the back end of Fawcett. And he knows he's in trouble, so he just pulls himself off the track. Okay, late models. Looks like they're about to get going here again. Mike Balkin, yeah, he's got a comfortable lead already. I think Walt Morris liked it better before that infraction.
Yeah, he probably thought that there was a race going on and he was in it up until this green flag just fell again.
7 laps to go. They're getting ready to make it 6 here in just a few seconds. Walt Morris in 2nd spot, followed by the 71 of Stefan Snare and the 71 of Rick Fawcett. Your leader, all by him, is lonesome way out in front. It's the 10 of Mike Balkin. Walt Morris trying to find his way around and hold his position, his second spot. Stefan Snare keeping up. Ooh. The 71 of Fawcett hits one of the tires on the inside.
As Snare made it past.
Snare now around Morris. Morris sitting in third. Walt Morris driving the purple number 9. And there's your leader, Mike Balkin, currently in first spot. And it's a pretty comfortable lead if you're Mike Balkin. You're feeling pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I don't think you're too tore up about the yellow flag at this point. Normally you don't like yellows for any reason, but he's just kind of checked out and riding around.
Stefan Snare in second, followed by Walt Morris, currently in third. And the guy in the back, it's the 71 of Rick Fawcett. We've got one lap to go. They got the white flag out, ladies and gentlemen, so Mike Balkin looking to put the finishing touches on this cake. Stefan Snare in the 71. There you go. There's your winner, Mike Balkin, driving driving the 10. Followed by the number 71 S of Stefan Snare and the number 9 of Walt Morris. Rick Fawcett rounds out the top 4, and there was only 4 cars in this heat race after Bill Mooney, of course, works his way off the track. Fastest lap goes to Mike Balkin in this one. So we talked about it earlier tonight, how the drivers, of course, last week they saw Ricky Weiss drive for the first time this season. They're probably hoping that he wasn't going to make his way back here too often, and bad news for them tonight.
Oh, I don't know about that. Much like our class, I bet you if you ask Mikey, he'd rather beat Ricky on the track than have him not race here. Even though they've seemed got a little bit of a history, at the end of the day, you feel better when you beat a guy at its best than you do because he's not there.
Well, Ricky Weiss is back here tonight. He will be racing his late model once again, so we're going to see some fun racing, I bet you, for the feature between these two guys. 6 cars we'll have for the second heat of the late models, and then we have one more class following up tonight, and we haven't seen them yet this year. It's the 4-cylinder stock. Probably the cheapest car class to get into. They will be showing up later on tonight. Okay, our late model is now moving on to the track. Like I said, we have a total of 6 for this second heat. And we're going to start off on the pole position in this one. Driving the 5E, it's Shane Edgington. On his outside, now he's a rookie to this class, but not a rookie to racing. He was the super stock champion last year. They are no longer racing here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Driving the 55 car, that's Mike Martin. In row number 2, always got a ton to say. I enjoy his company and his conversations from time to time. He's driving the 88 car. That is Paul Veert from Veert Landscaping. In row 2 on the outside, rookie in this class last year, did a great job and was among the top 5 night after night, driving the 92C. It is Cord Allard. In row number 3, we just talked about him a few seconds ago. He's a former champion here at Red River Co-op Speedway. He is fun to watch, driving the 7W. That's Ricky Weiss. And on his outside, driving the 9A, it is Steve Anderson. So 6 late models as we get ready to go racing. How many laps do you think it is before Ricky Weiss manages to make his way around the track and take the lead?
5.
5? We'll see if you're right. 10 laps on the Pepsi board. Let's see if Randy Paluca makes the right call tonight. Edgington, Martin. Oh, they're rubbing paint Cord Allard and Ricky Weiss.
And that's exactly why.
And they're good friends.
I saw the roadblock. They are, absolutely. They're great friends. I think Ricky's the reason Cord jumped into the late model after I bought a super truck from him.
Okay, just saying, Ricky Weiss is already in 3rd spot. He's just got his way around Paul Veert. So I've got a couple of laps. to see if you're right. Your leader in this one, driving the 5E, it's Shane Edgington, followed by the 55 of Mike Martin and the 88 of Paul Veert. Well, he's just been passed by Ricky Weiss, so Ricky Weiss driving the 7W. Veert in fourth, and Veert looks like he could be passed by Cord Allard here as they go around turn number 3.
Can I amend my answer to not? Because I think Shane Edgington here has got the field covered in this heat. He's not got her right dialed in, which is good news for him in the feature. He's got a little bit of room, but he's got the field covered right now.
So I could be wrong, and you could be wrong tonight.
Thought I was wrong once. Turned out I was mistaken.
Your leader is Shane Edgington driving the 5E, followed by Mike Martin, newcomer to this class. He's doing pretty good in his second race here at Red River Co-op Speedway.
Yeah, you know, and Mike's always very smooth, so that no surprise that the track's a little slippery here, and Mike's doing just fine.
Ricky Weiss having some problems on the back stretch. Paul Veert finding a little room, trying to catch up, and he was almost pretty close on the back. What we found out tonight is Rennie Paluco and I should not be betting men because we are way off on this one. Shane Edgington still in the lead, and a comfortable lead at that. We've got 4 laps to go.
And hang on, Cord. Keep her going. Yeah.
Cord Allard having some problems as he goes around turn number 4. As we get ready for our leader. 3 laps to go. Edgington way out in front. Mike Martin managing to keep ahead of Ricky Weiss.
Shane's just a little tight. If he can free up his entry, I think he'll be in good shape for the feature.
Mike Martin driving the 55 car in second spot, followed by Ricky Weiss driving the 7W. The number 9, Steve Anderson, currently sitting in 4th, and Paul Veert in 5th, having some problems on the back stretch there, hitting some dirt as he goes off the track a little bit. We've got 1 lap to go for our leader. Oh boy, having some problems in the back corner. This is the opportunity for both Ricky Weiss and Mike Martin. This is the finish you want to see. It's Martin.
Let's go, Shane-o.
Ricky Weiss, does he make his move? Can't get around. It is Shane Edgington's to win, and man, that was not the way you wanted to have your last lap.
No, if you script your last lap, it is not like that.
It looks like Ricky Weiss gets second spot. We were close. It only took us 10 laps, and we were 1 position off. But yes, Ricky Weiss with the second spot in this race. Shane Edgington doing very well, coming in first.
I have to take credit for the win because I was the first one to amend my my decision.
Is that how that works tonight, eh?
Doesn't the guest get to make the rules?
Well, they say that, but I don't know if that's going to be the case.
Make them up as I go too, then, don't I?
We've got 1 class left to go here. What a great night for Shane Edgington. Scary, though, when you go around that last lap and you have a little problems on the backstretch. You go a little wide. You hit the back road where the drivers come up, and you lose some ground pretty quickly, but managed to hold on. Okay, we are moving our attention now to the 4-cylinder